Hello, welcome to Module 2 video. I have to come in again from the future as I'm editing the video because I think I lost some footage again. I'm pretty sure I did film an intro to this video, but I forgot it, so, or at least it's deleted, so essentially I don't have some of my earlier sketchbook work in the video because I think I did show that, but it just wasn't there. So I'll show you the first few pages because I believe this kind of like relates to it, because I think I'm doing play stuff in the first clip, which is a little bit further on. Okay, so I have these two pages. So yeah, actually this side of the mic's better for me to be aware. Essentially I was looking at masks for this project. Actually, I should show you my other notes first because my other notes are more relevant. I tend to write kind of more in here when I'm starting a project, and then I kind of go to the sketchbook because I find it easier to hit myself in the nose with it. But easier to kind of get my notes there first. So I already kind of had a bit of a concept for this one, I'm not gonna lie. So I was kind of mostly looking at which one was going to actually fit with what I wanted to do. So I was then kind of doing that. With this one I definitely worked from the middle back because I already had something I wanted to do with it and I felt like it was easier to do that. So I did kind of a mind map looking at all the different things I could do. Did a lot of notes at the bottom. Then I was looking at obviously the masks, things that I could do with them, general kind of ideas. And then this one is kind of my actual like progression of ideas because again I already had some ideas but I wasn't sure how to actually connect it back to what I started with. So I made this kind of mind map of everything I wanted to do and all sort of stuff, because with this project it was laid out the same as the other one. I think I said in the last video I didn't want it to be laid out the same, but it was laid out the same. The third one wasn't, it was slightly different, which I preferred a bit more. So yeah, I chose an artist and then went on to do my ideas. So yeah, this one was described as like a body of work, or make the body. And I remember it being described as like make a body of work, and I remember it's being read like make a body of work, it need not have no head, or it needn't have a head or whatever, which I kind of took to mean, oh, I don't need to have a like full final for this project. I was wrong because I remember I said in the last video, watch it if you haven't. I'll give you more context I suppose. Basically I remember someone saying like, oh yeah, like what's going to be your final, because I had a few different kind of finals for this. So yeah, that's essentially what I started doing in here. I have a few more notes and sketches and stuff like that, but that's for things later on, which I don't know if I show, to be honest, because I pretty much just did it all into here again. Those were just initial ideas. So yeah, back to actual sketchbook. So yeah, this is me looking at the masks, what I could do with them, covering my head. I took photos as well, which you'll see in the final actual like presentation type thing. And then I made like a little bag thing. On my Instagram there is a photo as well. This one here. And yeah, it's basically me just talking through my ideas. So this one I then introduced Tracy Edmond, my bed, into it. And I know you can't really see it that well, but I mean you're going to see it in the final presentation. So anyway, you'll see it better in the final actual thing, but a couple sketches of them writing, that's pretty much it. Talking about Tracy Emin and the bed and the solitary survival raft from the artist I chose, and then I was thinking about making a bed like out of masks, and then I was like, oh, what else is kind of like soft and all that sort of stuff and you consider safe, and I kind of went and did a couple of sketches of pillow forts. I would have gone and done a few more and actually properly did them a bit better, but because this was only ever really going to be a concept, I think time-wise it was going to take a really long time to do that in actual like proper size, and also the fact it was going to probably take a long time to do even a miniature. I think that would have taken a while to like properly set up, and it would have been a pain in the arse, so I just kind of left it as a concept. And then I went on to looking at different materials to make the mask out of. So this one was clay, and so I looked at pottery and specifically Ming Dynasty. I might be pronouncing that wrong, to be fair. I might be not entirely sure, because I was looking at just like blue and white, because that's what I think of when I think of pottery, like blue and white. So I looked at that. I did a few sketches at the bottom. You'll see a later on clip in this video, I know it's there, where this kind of shows this a bit better, but I was basically just looking at different things. Like here I kind of drew this and this kind of face and this kind of cloud. But I think it's just looking at different things, different borders, how they're all drawn and all that sort of stuff, just in the form of a mask and how I'd lay it out. Right, so for this one I'm all going to show this kind of first half of it, because I think this is pretty much what I had done up at this point. So essentially it was just me looking at armor, because again, the whole concept, I've got to say, was protecting the body. That was kind of what I was looking at. So I kind of went with this one because it was like, oh, you know, armor is kind of a form of sculpture because it was done for a very specific person, and also like some of them were very highly decorated depending on like who it was and all that sort of stuff. So I did a little bit on that, and I basically just drew some bits and pieces out again with the kind of Ming dynasty stuff. Dynasty? Did I say dynasty or dynasty? I can't remember now. I don't know which one you say, to be fair. But I was just looking at different patterns and stuff, so we kind of have like the two. I can't remember the name. Satyr? Satyr? I don't know what they're called, but the one with goat legs. You know, half man, half goat, basically. Like those, and then this kind of weird dragony creature thing. Just like these were kind of details in some of the armor, so I was looking at that. And different shapes and stuff and how it does it. And my sketchbook does go on further, but you have to watch the rest of the videos, because I think this might be a proper two-parter to find out. So I will hand it back over to me in the past, where I actually am doing some of this stuff and I'm not, you know, 3 modules down the line. I'll see you later. Okay. So quickly, just before I need to shut up, because it's coming up to like quiet hours in like 20 minutes, so it should be fine. But so I'm doing the clay stuff just now. My plan is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it on the windowsill. Hopefully the sun will kind of help dry it out a little bit as well. But my plan, I think, is I have on a bit of plastic that's like I can move it and stuff, which is fine. I think my plan is gonna be I'm gonna put the plastic over my face. Obviously I'll make sure like I can still breathe, or like it's not gonna be on for that long anyway. Then I'm gonna put one of these masks over it to kind of shape it to my face, and also make the outside shape a little bit like this. Then I'm gonna like put it on, possibly depending on the shape. I'm gonna try and like prop it up a little bit so it kind of remains that same shape as it's drying, but I don't really know if I have anything that's gonna really keep its shape. Hopefully it should do anyway, but I mean, we'll see. So I'm just gonna really quickly do that, and then that's gonna be me pretty much done for the night. I'll think of if there's anything else I might want to do, I think, because I have this yellow and I was tempted to just add it into this, but I think I'm just gonna leave this out and I might shape it like something else maybe, and just have a little yellow thing and then do something with that just on my own and not to do with the project. So yeah, I think that's gonna be me for tonight. And then tomorrow my plan is to go to the Overgate, which I don't know if I said. Yeah, my plan is to go to the Overgate. So maybe I'll see a little bit of that. Okay, alright. So head studio today, talked a little bit about my project. Feeling a bit better about it. I think the way I'm doing stuff this time is definitely gonna be a lot better. Gonna turn out a lot better. So far, this clay mask I have, it's like supposed to be like a mask or whatever. I have an artist, and I'm gonna sand it because it broke. So I was gonna do it in studio, but then it broke. So I came back at lunch, made some slip, which I don't have any left really. I made some slip and then just again did that. I'm gonna sand it again, paint it, get that done for tonight, and then my plan is tomorrow I've got an advisor meeting at 9:30, so I'll do that first. Then I'm going to start painting this, and I'm just gonna do it at home. And then I think I'm gonna head to Scrap Antics with someone, and then I think that's gonna be it for tomorrow. I might do a couple more things. I might finish off this display, because basically part of the thing was to make like something that would still work. So this can still go in here, but you know, I just need to add eyes and some details around it. But that's gonna be part of the project. Actually, I need to do a page on that. I need to do that. I think that's gonna be the plan. I finished off a little boy over there. So like 2 days ago maybe now. yeah, so I tried last time I had the raspberry iced tea. Did I say? I can't remember. I like this Arizona iced tea. I had the raspberry one, and that was really good. It just tasted like raspberries. And then I have the peach and green tea one, which is also really nice. Like so far they're quite nice. They're like quite refreshing, I suppose, but they're not. I wouldn't call them like tea, if I'm honest. They're very much like a drink, I suppose. I wouldn't call this like tea at all, but it is really really nice. And I also love the designs on the packaging. It's just really cool. I have another one which is sweet apple, so I'll try that maybe at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, I think that's going to be basically the plan for tonight. Yeah, I think I might do some more work in my sketchbook as well, try and bring that up to speed. And then I need to write a kind of like list of things I need to do as well. Get that done. Anyway, before I get distracted. I'll see you guys later because there's not really much else to report, to be honest. I think I'll have to do a tidy up with it too because it's just a mess. So I'm going to be heading out just in a minute. I'm going with someone to Scrap Antics, which is like a reuse kind of place, or like I can't remember what it was called. But I'm going out there, and then I think I'm not sure if they're able to, but I'm going to be going to probably over to Wellgate and then HMV. I'm going to see like if I can't get a couple the My Hero movies, because me and someone are going to go see the third one on Monday. Like I haven't seen the first two, and she mentioned like, oh yeah, so you're gonna have no clue what's going on, and I was like, fun. So I'm gonna see if I can find it at HMV or even CEX, because there's one kind of like on the main street, so I'm gonna see if I can't find that. Hopefully we'll be able to, but I mean, we'll see. Who fucking knows. But yeah, I best be going now. See you later. Okay, so went out, we went to Scrap Antics. I mainly just went to like go have a look around because I didn't really need anything. I was just kind of like looking to see what they had. We saw a bunch of people, and then we went around to a couple charity shops with them, and I got this, which is like huge. It's a big jumper, but it's massive, and I love it. It's so warm as well. It's like this all the way through. It's great. Other than obviously the cuff, but I got that. I also went to, I always say H&M for some reason. I always want to think H&M, but HMV, and I got these two, which are the two My Hero movies, because we're going to see, did I say this before? I'm going to see the third one with someone. So yeah, hopefully I can watch them on my laptop, because my laptop, for older DVDs, I don't know if this actually has it, does it? But I have a thing on my laptop that allows me to play DVDs and stuff like that, so I'm probably going to test one of these tonight. I don't know if I'm going to fully watch it, but I'll test it just to make sure it works. If not, then I'll probably watch them at home, because I'm going home tomorrow for a wee bit, mainly to get clothes washed. And also, like, my mum's going to be away, I think, for like the next few weekends, or kind of like every other weekend, so I'm like, I might as well go like now, get it done, and then come back. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing for Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to even go to anything like in Dundee at this moment in time. There's been a lot about like people being spiked by injection, and while I'd love to go to the Union for the Halloween party, I'm just not that comfortable with it. I have been invited to like someone's flat within Seabraze to go like with them. Well, not go with them, but go to their flats, because they're just having a party at their flat. But like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm very much like, I don't know if I'm really can be bothered, and if I'm going home the next couple days, I feel like it's probably going to be a better idea for me not to do anything. As weird as it sounds, I'm just gonna wait and see how I feel. I don't know, right now I'm just not sure if I'm like really vibing with it. Maybe later. I'm gonna go make tea now, and then hopefully get this fucking clay mask like fully finished off tonight. And I might bring home the drinks cans, which I finished off. This one last night. You probably should not too long ago. And then yeah, so I think I'm gonna go report the COVID test I did, and then go make dinner. I think, and then I'm probably tidy up and make sure I have everything that I need to do. I have everything that I need to take back home with me, I think is going to be the plan, so see you in a bit. Okay, so what did I do? I can't remember. Okay, so for the project I've just kind of been working in my sketchbook for a bit. I think my plan is going to be, I have a studio today, so I was in earlier and I'm going to be in like just over half an hour time. I think my plan is going to be I'm going to work on sketchbook stuff while I'm in studio, and then when I come back out of studio, probably tonight I'm going to tidy up because it needs a little bit of tidying up and a bit of sorting out. And then my plan is I'm going to arrange anything that needs photos taken so I can take those tomorrow, and maybe tonight I can look at editing photos and kind of starting to sort out the presentation a little bit. Tomorrow I'm not in studio, so I'm probably going to work on more of my physical things like the clay mask and the metal one and all that sort of stuff. Try and get some of the ideas that I have written down kind of finished in a way, or at least have like a little bit of each, and make sure those are up on the presentation so I can see, because I think with each idea I could probably develop it further a little bit, but it's just like right now it's mainly just going to be up to time. So yeah, obviously I was away at the weekend and I came back for Halloween. I didn't end up doing anything other than watching the first two My Hero movies because I went to go see it yesterday, the third one. And it was really good. I really liked it. It was definitely kind of weird. I haven't been in an Odeon cinema before. I've only ever been in City World because that was like the ones that we had, or the ones that were the most accessible, I suppose, in Aberdeen, or at least where we went in Aberdeen. So I didn't realize the chairs were going to be that good. I'm not gonna lie, like it was kind of weird watching an anime movie in like a cinema in like fancy chairs. It was kind of an interesting experience. Also kind of interesting because it's like how everything kind of aligned, because I only really started watching My Hero because I was like, oh, I want to get back into anime, and I was like, oh, this one's really popular, let's see what this is all about. And then obviously with the movie coming out, because by the time I watched it I think it was like a couple weeks before the like last episode aired of season 5, so but now I'm at the point where it's like I just want more. So I think I'm possibly going to read the manga, maybe, I don't know. I probably will at some point, but I don't know if I want to do it now or if I want to leave it until later on and then do it or something. I might just kind of like skim, I think my plan is I'm just going to skim through it and then maybe later on I can go back to Booney and read it properly. So what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to sort out an Etsy order because I got one yesterday, well arguably this morning because it was like 9 minutes past midnight I got the notification. So I'm sorting out an Etsy order and I can just post that literally as I go up to Djcad because there's one literally right outside of it which can fit an A4 thing, which is fucking great because most of the other post boxes that I've seen in Dundee like will only fit like A5, it will not fit an A4 thing. Well, I say an A4 but it's like A5 sideways is like the way I put it in. But yeah, I'm gonna sort that out. I'm probably gonna grab a hot chocolate and then head back up to the studio. But yeah, I think that's my plan for just now. Okay, so this is the idea that I'm going with. These are just general designs and stuff based off of Ming Dynasty pottery, based off of an artist's work that I really liked, and I really like the sort of Ming Dynasty thing. So this is the design so far. It's not the best. I think if I could have sketched out beforehand, I think it would have helped a little bit more. But I think my plan just now is I'm going to make a wash of the ink that I'm using, do the wash, the kind of lighter stuff next, and then go back in with the stronger stuff and kind of outline things as I go. I think it's alright. I think the thing about it is like I know I can do better. I think it's partially because I started just drawing this out and then like just doing it, and then there's some bits I kind of fucked up and it's just no, I swear I could do better. But anyway, I'm gonna go do that and then I'll show you what it looks like a bit later on. Okay, so I've gotten on a good chunk with the clay mask. Luckily I've been able to use this paint pen to kind of get some more details in the white. It doesn't go proper like white, it's kind of like slightly bluish, but it's still better than nothing. So I've been able to get a bit more detail on like the dragon's head and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go shower just now, then I'm gonna go lie down for a bit. Then I'll come back to this and I'll continue working on it, hopefully till it's mostly finished, and then leave that to kind of dry, do any final touches, and then put the resin on it, and then hopefully get on to designing this. I'm probably not going to be able to make it, but I should hopefully be able to like get the design realised and get everything kind of set up for tomorrow. I just have to make sure I take some photos before it gets too dark tomorrow. So I'll probably do that first thing and then finish it off, so we'll see what happens later on tonight. I'll show you the piece now. Okay, this is what it's looking like right now. This is the top, by the way, so this is where like the nose would be, and then chin would be here. I think it's looking alright. I'm definitely glad I have the paint pen so I can get some DL into the top bit, because I was completely obscured before. I need to go back into the Phoenix a bunch of times, try and get the wings looking a little bit better. I think the dragon for the most part is kind of finished. I just need to keep having a look around. Oh, and finish off the tail, I think. And anything I need to do with the face as well. But the Phoenix is the main thing that needs to be done, and then I'm possibly thinking about adding clouds. Mainly this kind of cloud sort of shape. Well, maybe not that shape, but the swirls and stuff kind of into these spaces here. So it kind of just gives it a little bit more depth. A little bit more pattern to it. But so far it's looking good. I just need to kind of go back into things and darken some of these lines and stuff that I haven't gone into darken yet, so hopefully should be easy to do. Hopefully. Alright, okay, so just had the lecture. I wasn't able to get everything I wanted done yesterday, so right now I have the clay mask on the windowsill in the sun to cure the resin. I find that with curing in the sun, a lot of times I still need to go in with the UV light thing that I have just for a few minutes just to properly like get it all done. But hopefully the sun will do most of the work and I can get that kind of finished in enough time to take a good photo of it at least. So hopefully should have that done, and then I need to get on with the metal mask and hopefully get that done as well. But I think just before I start that, I'm going to get all of my photos that I have already onto my computer and kind of in a file ready to go, and start kind of looking at them and getting them into the presentation. Start getting some information and stuff typed up about that as well. I think I'll still probably work with the metal first, I think, definitely. Just because it's going to make a bit of noise and I'd rather do that in the morning. Oh well, in the afternoon, then do it like at night. So I think I'm going to do that, and then the presentation. Because I have a lot of stuff, I just need to kind of like get it all onto the thing, and then I can figure out how everything else is going to go, because it's going to take a bit. So when I did the resin, I thought that the resin, because I was using ink, I was using just like Winsor and ink, because I already have some like water-based ink and acrylic-based ink, but my blue has kind of turned like greeny, kind of turquoise color more than it's like a blue. So I got a new one from the art shop and I'm using that. I thought maybe when I put the resin on, it might, depending on if I brushed onto it a bit more, it might move the ink. So I was kind of careful with it, but that didn't end up happening, which is fucking fantastic. So yeah, I think it turned out alright. I think the dragon looks alright. I think it definitely kind of like looked a lot better when I kind of started adding in the white pen for the lines and antlers. It kind of helped line it a little bit better. I think the Phoenix though could have used a bit of work. I think one thing that I should have done is I should have maybe looked up a little bit more into the Phoenixes as I was doing it, but I just kind of went and did it and then realized, oh, maybe I should have done that, but it's alright, I can put that into the presentation. But hopefully that'll be done by 2 o'clock. It'll be kind of like fully resined. I don't know about doing the inside. I might do the inside, just a quick layer, just to kind of help it all around be a bit more sturdy, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth that. So I don't know, I'll just see how sturdy it is when I'm like finished with the one layer. But yeah, so I'm gonna go make lunch now. Once I've done that, I'll probably go into getting everything onto the computer, because I found that my battery on my phone, like when it hits 20%, it goes down so quickly. Like genuinely, it went down 3% in a minute. I was like, what? And when I know that was happening, and I restarted it and stuff, but I don't think this really helped. When I actually went and put it onto charge at about like 11%, was it 11%? Yeah, it was 11%. It completely went down to 0. Like as soon as I plugged it in, it was like gone. I don't know what's happening with it. It's really annoying. I tried looking it up and most of them are just like how to save battery in like general, which I have a lot of that stuff like already like switched off or, you know, sorted out. So it's like I don't know why that's happening because it's very specific in terms of like after the 20% mark it just drops. So maybe I have to do a bit more googling or something to see if I can find it, because it's not like it's not dropping faster. I'm finding at like 50% or 40% or 30%, but once it hits 20 it's just fucking gone. So it's like I don't know what's going on with it. It's really fucking annoying because usually I try and stay off of it at like 20% anyway to be like try and conserve the battery as much as possible, but like the fact that it's dropping so fast is really concerning because I don't want to end up being out all day and then it getting to 20% and then just being dead. Like that's so fucking dumb. So I'll see if I can fix it. Hopefully it'll fix itself. Who knows, but it's really fucking annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna go make lunch now. Okay, so I've got a little bit done. So I think I've pretty much almost fully finished this bad boy, so I haven't completely resined on the inside as well. So I think that one's almost fully finished. The only thing is like attaching it to like be able to tie it around my head sort of thing. Okay. And I also did this, which is very simple, but again it's just like another face mask thing. I'm thinking because this is fairly plain, because this is so plain, I'm thinking what I could do is I could, with a pen, draw into the back of it and create a design on the outside. I don't know if I want to do the end bit, because I don't know, I feel like it could be fine, but I might just round them off or do something to them, maybe add like a couple of split pins to kind of give it a little bit of interest. But yeah, this is kind of like a good base I think to start off with. This is just using one of the drinks cans, so I've got 2 more to play about with. I think maybe I might make something similar to this, or try using different strips or something, or like folding it multiple times. Like there's a few things I could do. I think it's just mainly going to come down to time. So I think maybe in my sketchbook I might have a look at making some patterns and stuff like that I could then put onto this, because of the way this is done, it's literally sellotape and some the brass split pin that's holding it together, so I could just remove that and then it's flat again. So pretty much if I were to design a pattern in the sketchbook and then kind of move it on to something else, or then take it apart, make it flat and then draw it on and then fold it back together, it would work. But I think it's mainly just a question of time, because arguably there's 4 ideas I have. One of them was kind of just like an initial idea that's I might do another page in my sketchbook about to kind of like finalize it and make it into something, but I think I will ask tomorrow if that's something I should do, or if that idea is fine just to be left there, but maybe just draw it out a bit better or give it a few more notes, because I think leaving it where it is right now it feels unfinished. So if I could probably just do a couple more things to kind of finalize that. For the second idea, I think really the way to take this one on further would be to do it like again but improve on it. So take a few of the things that went wrong and kind of just try to make it a little bit better, which is something I could do, but again it would be time wise, and I think that on its own and that being kind of like a final idea sort of thing for that branch I think works well. I think the same with this. If I were to engrave a pattern or do some extra stuff to this, I think it's going to be a good final thing to that. And then there's another idea which I'm gonna look into just doing the initial bits tonight, so I can kind of show the initial bits and then start kind of like looking further into it, because if I do that I should hopefully be finished by Monday, and then on Monday I can kind of look at working into the extra bits I need to do. So I'm hoping by next Tuesday, which we're in the studio on Tuesday, I'll have a lot of this stuff kind of finished off, and then it'll be kind of like looking at if there's anything else I need to do. Hopefully, but again I don't really know if, I think the main thing, because I don't really have like one idea so much, I'm not sure whether I'm going into depth with each one enough. I think my plan is on Monday or Tuesday, if I find myself where I'm like, okay, I've pretty much done most of these and I don't really know where else, like, or I've done every idea to kind of a end product, like a little end sort of motif or whatever, or maquette or whatever I make. So if I have all those done to a point, then I can easily either take a few if I end up tying a few in, or just go for the one and develop that a little bit further into a few more things with that, and that kind of becomes the end thing, I suppose. But again, I think it's just gonna have to wait and see. So I'm going to write down what I did and stuff for this in my sketchbook. I need to take photos of these things, then I need to take photos of the sketchbook as well. I'm gonna upload all the photos, take them into the presentation and start getting my presentation fully finished, and then if I get my presentation fully finished, my presentation finished for what I have, I might start looking at kind of like designs and stuff to put on this one other sketchbook page, and then I can work on that tomorrow until I get talking to whoever's going to look over the presentation, and then I can kind of take note of what I need to do from there, and possibly also look at starting what has to do with this bad boy. So I'll see how everything ends up turning out, because I don't really know. I have like a good idea of like a few things I want to do, but it's just making sure everything connects, and then it's not like, okay, well, where did this come from? Because I think sometimes that can end up happening with me. I think I'm probably gonna go have dinner, then shower, and then I'll probably continue working on the presentation a little bit before I need to then go out to Tesco and buy a bunch of food, and then come back and then finalize what I have for the presentation, and I think that's probably gonna be it tonight. I don't imagine me doing much else. Although I would like to do a little bit more to do with that one. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna have time for it. Hopefully I will, but I don't know. If I could get a better idea of like how I'm going to do that, then maybe I can bring stuff in tomorrow and start work on that as along with the sketchbook. But gosh, so many things. So many things I need to do with so many stuff. But yeah, I think that's a plan for tonight. Okay, right, so today we had studio. Still got after lunch to have the rest of studio. But today we just went over the PowerPoints. It went well? I don't know. I feel like it was fine. I think I just don't know like whether it's a case of like, oh, everything's good, or if it's a case of like, what the fuck is going on my computer? Anyway, or a case of like, what you have is fine, like we'll see about later. I don't know. So yeah, it was alright. I was very tired, so I didn't really do too much else, to be honest. But I know what I'm doing. Like when I go back in, I'm just gonna work on some designs and stuff, try and get those sorted for the metal mask, and then possibly look at probably tomorrow. Hopefully it starts up properly this time. Anyway, we work on designs for the metal mask, which I'll then engrave into probably tomorrow, because it's gonna make a lot of noise if I do it tonight, and I'd rather do it kind of like afternoon time. I need to also start getting my fourth idea kind of down into the sketchbook a little bit more, so then maybe I can do little things to it tonight and then continue it tomorrow after I've done the engraving stuff for the next mask, for the metal mask even. And today me and a friend went to go get boba. I got oolong honey peach tea, which is actually really nice, but I got the Tropica bubbles, which I didn't know what they were. I just ordered them because I panicked and chose the first thing on the list because there was more steps to ordering than I thought. So I know for next time, but like I think they're like tea flavored boba. I'm not sure. They're very bland. I feel like with popping boba, like they're still got a fair bit of flavor to them, but these ones are kind of bland. So I'll maybe get different ones, but I probably get the same tea even. I love the little heart boy that's up there to stop the thing from coming out. And my friend also got like a fruit tea one, and it had like actual fruit in it, so she got a little like fork thing that has like a little star on the end. It's cute. We could probably go back there later on. Don't know if I go next week. Go see how like busy I am. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad there's like a boba place in Dundee, and it's fairly close to the uni, so you could probably just like go nip, get some and then come back. So right now I'm about to have lunch. See if my computer actually starts up properly this time. This would be really fucking weird. And I'm probably going to put my phone on to charge because I've had a problem with the battery, which I think I already explained. The whole thing where it went to 20% and then it would just drain super fucking fast, and my friend says it's possibly like a dying battery, which I really don't want to be a thing, but ugh, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go have lunch, drink the rest of this. I don't know if I'm gonna have all the boba because they gave a lot of boba, which is good, but like I'm not a fan of this boba. And then I'm gonna probably just get ready to go back to studio at this point. So that's the plan for today, just in the next few hours, I suppose. It's the afternoon. I just got up because I decided today I'm just gonna kind of chill. I'm just gonna chill and I need to tidy everything up and put stuff away because I've got a lot of shit out and a lot of things in places that they shouldn't be because I just didn't put them back. So I think for now I'm gonna go get lunch because I haven't actually eaten anything yet, and I'm going to then start tidying up and start getting everything put away. I think my plan as well is I'm going to get the stuff for, what was I say? I'm going to get the stuff that I've kind of been leaving because I'm like been busy and stuff, and try and do that, like the jeans, getting those sewn up properly and doing all that, and organising my closet because it's a mess. So I think I'm going to move things around and organise that as well. Organise that in the desk and just everything, just get everything sorted. Yeah, get that done, and maybe get some life drawing done as well because I didn't do some last weekend and I want to try and get back into doing it. But yeah, I think today's just gonna be kind of a chill day, and then tomorrow I'll work on my sketchbook stuff and work on the masks and things like that. One thing I do need to do as well when I'm tidying up is I need to kind of vaguely measure everything I have so I can put it up into the presentation. Like, up into the presentation, and that should be a lot easier when I'm tidying everything up because I can like put away the stuff I don't really need but have everything that I need for it done. If you see what I mean. Yeah, that'll probably be the plan for today, so hopefully I'll get everything tidied up and sorted. I'll see you later on, I suppose. Okay, so I know I'm quiet right now, but it's past quiet hours, so I need to be quiet. But I honestly had this up and you've probably seen it, the pumpkins along the wall, but we took down all the Halloween decorations out in the other room. I don't think I took a video of it or whatever, so sorry about that, but yeah, because a lot of the decorations like I had bought, I'm taking a fair amount of them back with me, but I decided just for the heck of it, because I have it, like I would make a little bit more of these fairy light things. And then my favorite thing, I put these spiders on the mirror. I love the color they go off. They're a little bit more like that color in reality, that kind of blue purple. And they are like direct white, which is what I really like about them. But I decided I would check them up. I would put up the little, I have like window ones somewhere in this room. I have window ones, and I was gonna put those up on the window because I thought those would look nice, but I decided I would do that either tomorrow or just pack them away. I probably will use them because they're really like kind of fairy lights and stuff. And I do have other ones, but I just decided I would use those for now considering how much I already have. To be honest, I would have liked for this to be all kind of similar color range, like maybe that one yellow and that one red or something, but I think they work fine like together. They're kind of separate anyway, so but yeah, I thought I'd show you while it was still dark because they look really nice in the dark. So